feel like I gotta say something. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. Saying it is invalidates so many people. No, I'm not on Ruby's side. Not by no means. Not on her side. I think that much is obvious. Regardless of the accusations being made, in no way does any of it, true or not, false, whatever, it still does not excuse her actions. If anything, it makes it even worse, because it's just adding even more neglect in there, because all those times she left those kids alone, you know, I mean, how is she to know what's going on? I mean, she tried to make it look like she had her kids in line. She reminded me of one of the parents, like how my mom would say, children should be seen and not heard. Yeah, she reminds me of one of those parents. In my case, or my situation, the one who victimized me finally got caught after 6 years and got sent to boot camp. Chad went to boot camp. I still don't know why. You know, wonder, you know. I wonder, what if he did something to Russell? Right? What if they and the sisters weren't involved at all? Wouldn't that be something? We're just speculations here. Just speculations. All speculations. I feel like it diminishes what I went through and somewhat invalidates so much, sitting there saying that it's not possible. I mean, even if it is possible, though, that should only make Ruby look fucking worse. Jody as well. Hell, shit. But yeah, I'm willing to bet Russell probably just found some of Chad's something, and just, you know, they noticed. He saw a couple of pictures at that age. That wouldn't automatically mean he's been looking at it ever since. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know their story. I do know my story, though. And I know as far as my story goes, and the symptoms and the bullying and the everything, I know my story. If somebody deserves to be on that list, I think the world should know. But two, though, they are the type of people that can brainwash a kid and manipulate them and gaslight them into thinking that just saying something is sexually assaulting them. Like, you're going to essay them by calling them a slut. You know, you call someone a dirty hoe or something, you know. And, I mean, they say that the kid admits to assaulting 20 other kids and other siblings, and like there's other ones. I almost wonder, I mean, you know, where is the dad, right? Where's the dad? Did the dad, what if the dad has been doing something to them? What if they're protecting his dad? Regardless of the situation, just so much of it hit home for me. You know, the pity me mom. Oh, my kids are so bad, feel sorry for me. Yeah, I had one of those. Yeah, being told children should be seen and not heard. Yep, I know all about it. Being hit for just in case. Yep, been there, done that. There's been so many things. Even after being, you know, down and broken. Once we hit the double digits, I mean, shit got real bad. I mean, she wasn't grabbing us all anymore. She stopped grabbing all the kids. She stopped grabbing us all. When she fight my dad a lot. He was a drunk. They would fight all the time. And he would hurt all of us. He wouldn't care if he hurt us. He didn't know his own strength. All that. And then Mom, when I said on my last video, I said that she made me eat soap and cigarettes. She made us all eat soap and cigarettes. Soap when you cuss, ciggies when you cut smoking. Doing that did not stop us from smoking and cussing. Scraping that bar of soap against our teeth? No, that was not cool. That was not cool. Sitting on your... You don't sit on us. You don't sit on... The first time I skipped school was in first grade. Yeah, I used to run away. Cops would bring me home later, find out I'm trespassing up in somebody's treehouse. Mom thinks I'm just, skipping school, lollygagging, playing, having a good old time. Just Leland just does whatever she wants. No. Leland was tired. I was tired. When you're getting victimized while you sleep, and you don't get that sleep, and you're a kid in elementary school, and you need your goddamn sleep. You need a good night's sleep, and I was not getting that because they, like I said, shared us all in one room, sharing a room. And when she had one kid that was 8, another kid that was 6, and another kid that was 5, she was still throwing them all in the bathtub all at once. Just to wash our hair all at once and get it over with, I mean, I guess when we were toddlers it was okay. And then the thing Ruby mentions about looking at certain pictures, as touchy as they are, now they could be talking about bathing suits, okay? They could be talking about a swimsuit issue, okay? They could be talking about a bra catalog, or they could be talking about Chad and Russell used to share a bedroom, and Russell got into Chad's shit and found some stuff he shouldn't have, and they just caught him looking at it one day. That's probably the case. I mean, let's be real here. That's probably the case. You guys, what is wrong with my fucking leg? I swear, all this right here, numb. Not that I need a lashing from a Franke or Hildebrand. No. It's like really numb. Like it feels like it's asleep. And there's tingling needles and pins, It's been like this all day. Actually, I think it was like this yesterday, too. Yeah, it was. When I looked up the symptoms for the high potassium, that is one of the symptoms. Getting tired, nausea, and the sun makes me sick. Limbs going tingly. The other day, it was this fingertip half this finger, and my whole pinky. And then it was fucking from here down. What's that all about? But yeah, my leg, dude, it's scaring me. The doctor said the potassium level is in the danger zone when it's at a 5.6, and that I'm on a 5.5. Anyway, oh my gosh, what was we saying about the fucking Franke kids? Oh my gosh, I'm talking about my leg. Shut up. Let me figure out what. It's my 80s skin. Hold up. I'm trying to pause it. Hearing people say that they don't believe it for a minute, it kind of hurts a little, okay? I ain't gonna lie, alright? There's recorded evidence, recorded proof of bedwetting being a factor with those kids, okay? That was something I got bullied over. It wasn't even my fault. I was an actual victimized victim. That's what I was. I was a victimized victim. And then when my mom finally got away from my dad, you know, and she got with that boyfriend, and he had 4 more kids, and that was me, and they had a kid together. So I had 4 brothers and 4 sisters. Okay, there was only one of them that victimized me, and then the one that was younger than me, he bullied me about it. Bullied me over it for fucking years. Mom didn't catch him until I was fucking 12. It started in kindergarten. And the nightmares never stop. They really don't. And I don't know what to do. I don't know how to change them. I find myself rocking back and forth, especially when watching more and hearing more about the fucking Ruby Frank case. And in a way, I start rocking away. My husband's, oh, you're making me dizzy. But, dude, the shit it takes me back. It takes me back. It scares me. I'm scared for Eve. Happy birthday, young Eve. Happy birthday, Eve. Everybody gotta tell Eve, happy birthday. This is probably the best gift she could have ever fucking got. Her birthday was on the 1st. September 1st. Happy birthday, young Eve. That poor kid. I think I can relate to her more than what people think. And for the ones to turn around and say that there's no fucking way. No, I'm not. Please don't say it ain't possible. Okay? Please don't say it ain't fucking possible. Because that invalidates the shit I've been through. I had to look and see my grandma, my mom's mom. She looked me dead in my eye. And she says, I'm sorry, honey, I know what your brother put you through, but he's still my favorite. You fucking kidding me? Dude, I was crushed. It was devastating. But so much was, you know? I mean, one Christmas she took me to a friend's house and she fucking left me there. And I was there for 3 days. There was no fucking food there. And her friend left. And she didn't come back for 2 fucking days. There was only one present under the tree, and you could tell it was a bottle of wine. Of course, I didn't touch it. I was probably like 13 years old in this time. And, yeah, she fucking left me there. And the broad that lived there, her birthday was on Christmas. It was her birthday. The present under the tree wasn't even a Christmas present. I got nothing. And yes, we did. We watched her love the stepkids more. She'd lock us outside in the sleep, and when he had them on his weekends, there was room for them to sleep because we were locked outside. This shit's fucked up. Dude, it's so cold sometimes. So cold. And curling up inside your jacket and sleeping like a turtle, it don't keep you very warm, and it's very uncomfortable because you're all in like, you're bunched down like a boulder. You got your head tucked in the coat. Shut up. I just feel like I have to say something because so many people are skipping over key points. I'm not trying to say it to try to help her in any way. I don't know who's what and which one's done why. I know why my mom threw my brother in boot camp. And I know the shit that I went through myself. And I know what it's like to have a big family. And I know what it's like to go to church rather than being at home because the parents can't hit you in church. I mean, there's always witnesses in there, I feel like I gotta say something, or the rocking back and forth isn't gonna stop. It's not impossible, okay? Especially with those kids being so sheltered and confined. She'd leave for fucking days at a time and shit, and leave the kids there to watch themselves. I even heard about one time she put fucking paper up over the windows. I don't even know, maybe it was more than when she did it. Who knows? And who knows, I don't know how long it was kept that way. My CV's out if anyone's wondering. It's weird. She put paper over the windows so that nobody can see it. And it's pretty strange. It's pretty sus, man. Pretty sus. Have you clicked the subscribe button yet? You use your finger. You just use your finger. And you find it, it's like right down. It's like right down there. Right down there somewhere. And you give it a little pop. It's a chilling room. Chilling. That fucking guy. That fucking guy. I don't like people that just want to make things worse for others. Like Chile de Castro, people running cults. I don't like fucking grifters. I don't like them. I don't like grifters. Why? Is there not a new nominee on here that says Jody Hildebrandt? Huh? Why? How come there's no new nominees on this? Where is Jody Hildebrandt and Ruby Franke? I mean, my gosh, they're family channels, and they should be on here. They should be on this list. And if anybody else is involved, like say that dad's doing something over there, and he just wants all the other kids to keep quiet, maybe he did something with all the other kids in the neighborhood. I don't know. You don't know. We don't know. No one knows. No one knows. It's all allegations. It's just speculation. It's allegations, speculations. That's all it is. We're just, throwing shit out there. I felt like I needed to throw my story out there, coming from the perspective of the victimized victim, because they're all being victimized But if somebody's being singled out and being victimized by all the others, therein lies a problem. Because what it does to you when you grow up, the mental struggle I have been dealing with lately has got me on the fucking edge. And every time I speak up about it, I'm told to shut up. Nobody wants to hear it. And with therapy, it's only every so often you get to talk to them. And I feel like, what if I need to talk to somebody right now? What if I need to maybe talk to somebody in the morning after a nightmare? You know, a spontaneous just fucking session. But you see, I find it hard connecting with just one person alone. I feel like I need to confide in a group of people. Not a group of people that I have to look at their faces and find out what to say to them specifically, and I gotta get to know their personality and shit, and whether or not if they want to hug me. Cause I'm weird about that sometimes. People hugging me, strangers hugging me and stuff. I get weird about that sometimes. But if the person's in the chat, you know they can't touch you. You know they ain't gonna try to hurt you, or hug you, or grab you. You know, even if they're trying to comfort you, the hug, I don't need it. I go like this. I do it myself. Sometimes I want to hug my daughter or my husband, but you know, that'd really be it. I don't want to hug a stranger just for a hug. I don't know why. I can't stop. I don't know why. And when I watch something especially about the 8 passengers, when I watch something about that, and I hear about stories and think about what Eve must have went through must have been harder than any of the others. Eve must have seen the worst of it. Eve must have seen the worst of it. I know it. I know she had. I'm tired, you guys. No, I'm not fucking on something. If I was on something, I'd be slurring my speech and shit. Where she mentioned to Kevin something about not letting Russell around other kids and shit. I don't know. Maybe she's just trying. I don't know what she thinks she would get out of dragging someone else down too. But if somebody needs to be on the list, maybe we should know about it. If somebody needs to be on the list, like the person who victimized me, I mean, I wasn't his only victim. His multiple offenses landed him life. Life. Not life in prison, just life on the list. And you see her open that banana up and she made all the kids share a banana. Like, dude, that's not enough. And watermelon's like one of my favorite. And bananas are most convenient though. You don't need a utensil. You don't need a microwave. You don't need to make it cold. You know anything. I mean, you just eat it. I'm hanging over her with the banana and her son and nephew. My dad used to have pictures in the garage. And I'm sure those pictures made my brother curious. You know how scary it is to talk about? And the judgment, and the shame, and the guilt others try to throw on me. Did you ever say anything? Did I have to? I'm the end result. She is purposely doing to those kids what happened to me by accident. And I'm all mixed up. I feel pathetic. Because I don't know if it's my age. I think it's the potassium thing. But, I don't like that I need a nap. And if I don't get a nap, I'm so drowsy. Which is the state I'm at now. Take it away from me. Yeah, it would have been better with some salt on it. It is what it is, though. The girl running the streets looking for a friend. She's looking for somewhere else to hang out. Man, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Breaks it. You'd be shocked how easy it is for something like that to go on for so long. You know, especially if the mom is trapped. She says she loves principles of truth more than her child. What the fuck does she mean by that? You know, kicking your kids out at 18, that's how you set them up for failure. They hang out with whoever they can just to get a place to sleep. I know. I was one of them. When I was 16, I was living in my friend's garage. But when I was 17, I was living in a hotel with a 22-year-old who had... She was 20 when I first met her, and her daughter was 3. And I raised her up until she was 5. And I left. She was 5. And then I left, and I ran away for good. I'm not always happy in my videos, and I'm sorry about that. Hearing that, not the 911 call is just, it's gut-wrenching, dude. And the guy has no idea. The kid's covered in wounds, duct tape around his ankles and wrists. And rather than asking for cops, first he was asking for food and water. Yeah, kids they really don't want to see their parents arrested. They don't want to get their parents disappointed in them either. They just don't. I'm not on Ruby's fucking side. But the accusations she's making are not impossible. Coming from the perspective of a victimized victim, it's not impossible. Stop fucking invalidating me. Stop invalidating me. Hearing about Eve wandering the streets looking for friends. Okay. When I used to go out wandering the streets just to not be home. And when I started skipping school in first grade, I'd be found in somebody's treehouse, and the cops would be bringing me home. Some neighbor would see me or something and call the cops. Fucking asshole. And, the cops would bring me home, say I'm trespassing, and Mom just beats my ass, thinking I'm out having a good old time. No. I needed sleep. I was just trying to find somewhere to fucking sleep. And then when we got older, she made sure we had food when we were still young. But once we hit double digits, it's like she was done with us or something. As soon as she got her new boyfriend, she loved his kids so much more. And she would make us sleep outside so they can have our beds. It was disgusting. It's so cold. Think, Michigan, dead of winter. 2 teenagers, well, not even 2 preteens on the back porch, sleeping. Not even preteens. Fuck, I was 12, he was 11. Yeah. Being victimized as a victim, see, we were all we were all victims because, we had a drunk, abusive dad. And our drunk, abusive dad had real, actual nudie pics up all over in the garage. But the real nasty ones were in the bathroom, all over the walls. And we all had to look at that. I mean, girls that were wide open. And we had to look at that. It was disgusting. But, and yeah, now I have something where I don't like seeing images like that. It's not impossible, though. Her making accusations like that. I mean, I had the pity mom, too. I had the pity me mom, too. Well, my kids are so bad. Oh, feel sorry for me. Yeah, I had one. I had one, too. I tried recording this video last night, but I got really tired. I don't know if I'm going to use parts of it or not. I just got up, fixed my hair, and yeah, see, I'm still wearing the same thing I wore to sleep. And it's morning. You see the sun shining through? The whole new day. Whole new day for the squirrely brigade. The squirrels, they take my mind off the bullshit. They take my mind off all the extra noise that I got up in here. Not that I hear voices or anything, but I insult myself. I insult myself time and time again, over and over and over, daily. It's all day long, every day. Insult. The bedwetting thing, it is fucking humiliating. Okay? Especially when you grow up with a younger brother, too, that makes fun of you for it. Okay? Now, you didn't have that in your life, having the younger brother, too. But he's really close in age, I guess. Maybe she picked on him, too. Or maybe he picked on her, too. I don't know. But somebody's got a weed whacker out there again. Sorry. I do my videos by the door. I wish I had a chat of my own. I need a live stream. I need to be able to live stream for my own sanity. Therapist makes you wait until the appointment, and they're not around at 4 in the morning. So, and it's just trying to figure out what to say to one person. I mean, I never know what to say just to one person. But if I'm talking to a group of people, or if I'm talking to my camera and there's no one talking over me, and then I can speak. But when I get super stressed, and when I'm hearing about the Franke kids and shit, the rocking back and forth, I mean, I will be going full force. I'm gonna be rocking like this, hearing about the fucking Franke kids. It's eating at me. I don't want to sound like I'm siding with the bitch, because I'm not. But I'm also saying it's not impossible that one of her many children, well, I mean, I don't know, I guess she's trying to say it's multiple children that are like that now. But, I almost wonder, where's Kevin? What if Kevin was the one that was victimizing all of those kids like that? And what if they're all just covering for him? Do you know how easy it is to manipulate your child into believing that the foster care is so much worse and that they'll just all beat you and kill you? You know how many people there are that are convinced that the cops are going to beat them and kill them? People run their mouth and say whatever they want these days because they know those cops are not going to hit them anymore. And There's a chest cam now, so if the cops do hit somebody, it's on camera. Everything is recorded. There's even a camera in the back of the cop car. Everything is recorded. They have to make sure they're following protocol. The camera will tell on them if they don't. Stupid. Some people are so stupid, I swear. They really are convinced that the cops are going to take them somewhere and fucking kill them. It's so stupid. It's like, what would he do with all that, all the call-ins he's made and all the footage and shit, all that junk? What would he do? The camera on the cop car and everything? How would he erase everything? So, how are they so convinced? They've been manipulated into believing falsehoods. And it's a lot easier to trick a child than to believe in that shit. I mean, hell, you could trick them into believing there's a Santa Claus, right? And Tooth Fairy, yeah? Children believe shit. That's why people want to corrupt the minds of children. Because they don't have that prefrontal cortex. They don't think about the consequences. My leg is still numb, you guys. What the fuck? It itches. What is going on here? I hate it. I hate so much about myself. I mean, I don't hate me and who I am as a person. I hate the cards I've been dealt. Yeah. And I don't hold grudges. I dwell on those cards I've been dealt. I never stood a fucking chance in life. I never stood a fucking chance. I didn't even get to finish fucking school. Cause I was skipping school so much. I was going into a third year of 7th grade. And when I got locked up in that boot camp, they made me take a test. And they said, no, you're too smart for the 7th grade. And they put me right into 9th. And then in 10th grade, I dropped out. In the end of 10th grade, I dropped out. I was living in my friend's garage. And I was 16. And I didn't even know where my next meal was coming from. So I started staying with a friend that was living in a hotel. And she had a daughter. And from when I was 17 to 19, I couldn't take it anymore, mothering a 5-year-old. I was only 19, damn it. So yeah, I left. I left with a new friend and a couple strangers. And it was really scary. And I started crying on the way there. And then they asked me if I put out. And I said, what do you mean? And they're like, what do you think I mean? And I was like, and she's like, oh, well, Rick won't like you then. And I was like, wait, what? Where am I going? I thought we were going to be together. And they're like, oh, no, honey, you can't live with me. Wait, what? I thought I was staying with my friend. I got ditched down there. Yeah. But she wants to set the kids up for failure. As soon as they're 18, get out. No. My mom was like that. And it fucking ruined us. What if they were all covering for the dad, though? Huh? What if they were all covering for the dad? And maybe Ruby just ain't throwing him under the bus because she's counting on him to help her get out? But I know it's not impossible for those victims to be victimizing each other. It's not impossible. I'm not calling them monsters, and I'm not siding with Ruby or Jody. I'm not, by no means. I'm just saying, don't invalidate things that people like myself have been through. It's humiliating and shameful to talk about it. And especially when I talk about it and I see my sub count drop, it crushes my soul. because I'm trying to get to that 1,000 sub mark so that I can live stream for my own fucking sanity, so I don't do something stupid. Because I know if people are watching, then my nerves are more kept under control. I bet if cameras were around when I was younger, you know that shit Playmate Tessie does, recording herself sleeping? I bet I would have did that. Because I would have felt safer knowing that the live stream had a bunch of people watching, rather than being all alone in the room with him and the lights off and no one else around. Yeah, I probably would have been just like that with the camera rolling while I was sleeping. I about guarantee you it. Because, yeah, sometimes you need other people watching. If you know someone else is watching, chances are you're not gonna do nothing stupid or too stupid or really stupid. I bet if Eve knew the camera was on her that one day when she was dancing at the recital, I wonder if she knew the camera was on her when she had her finger in her nose. That's something else that reminded me of myself when I was little. The video that my mom's got for my sister's first birthday, yeah, she wanted to send a copy of it to her mom. But my dad flipped off the camera. My brother started fighting the cameraman. And there was a scene where I was picking my nose. Yeah. I can't believe Ruby would make her kids sleep on the bathroom floor when they wet the bed. I mean, does she know why they wet the bed? How many of them kids still did that? Because I'm telling you what, it's a sure fucking sign. Bedwetting is a sure sign. I was the only one out of 9 kids. I was the only one that would still wet the bed. And I was the only one that was being victimized on top of being victims. Because, you know, we were all victims, and then the victims victimized me while I was being victimized by the drunk, abusive dad. Yeah, shit's been hard. It's been tough. And, you know, everybody's like, oh, it was so long ago. You should be over it by now. I don't know. I'm not, though. I don't know what it is. I can't dream right like a normal person. My dreams turn into nightmares. My body hates me, and my brain hates me. And I don't know how much more I can handle. I can't get comfortable because my leg is numb. It's so weird, and I gotta pee. I'd have to hold my pee because I'd be locked out of the house and stuck on the porch. And I got in this habit of holding my pee, and sometimes I'd scratch my back and it would like soothe my bladder, and then I wouldn't have to pee anymore. So I guess I've stretched my bladder out over the years. I don't know, because you know what? I still do it. I still hold my pee. And I don't know why. Sometimes I worry about myself. But that's only because no one else does. Everyone thinks this is so easy to snap back. I mean, once you're young, they still kind of care. Once you get to be my age, no one want to hear it anymore. Even if your issues were never resolved as a child. Let me tell you something though, okay? If something is up with those kids, if any of them deserve to be on that list, I think the world should know. Just as my monster is. The one who victimized me all those years, his multiple offenses has landed him life on the list. So, if anyone else is vicious like that, maybe they should be on that list too. to hear about the Franke kids and so many people saying that they absolutely do not believe that those children would be like that to each other. Please stop saying that. Those kids were sheltered. They were forced to not be around other kids. They were forced to stay home. Boys get curious. Boys get weird. They get stupid and strange. That's boys. It is. There very well could be a threat in there. There very well could be. But too, also, the manipulation station going on over there, they could have people, the kids convinced that saying something could be sexually assaulting them. Calling somebody a dirty hoe, or slut, or whore. And they can convince the child that that's sexually assaulting them. And maybe that's why they're so openly able to say, oh, I met 20 different people. I assaulted 20 people. Did they really? Or did they just say something? And with them too, with the saying that the kids watching the nudie stuff. Dude, he probably just got into something his brother had. And that's probably why they didn't share a bedroom. Why wouldn't the boys have shared a bedroom? Come on. Russell probably got into this shit and found something he shouldn't have. At the age of 3. So now they're all fucking crazy thinking he's been looking at it since the age of 3. Because they caught him once while he was 3. That's probably the case. That's probably the case. Why else wouldn't they let them share that biggest room? You know? I wonder so much about those kids in that family. It's making me crazy. It's making me crazy. Hello, Slam. The squirrels help. I swear, man, the whole ordeal has just got me. It hit home for me on a level that I can't quite explain. It's nuts to me. She's purposely doing to her kids what happened to me by accident. And the nightmares never stop. They really don't. And speaking up about the matter, it is. It's humiliating. Telling everybody what I went through. Yeah, it's humiliating. And it's shameful. And it's scary. I'm sad. I get sad. My emotions go like this. My emotions are up and down and all over the place. I don't know what else to say about it. The whole thing just makes me sick. The whole thing makes me sick. Okay, I want to show you guys a 911 call. Dude got so choked up explaining to the cops what he saw. Oh my gosh, I only got 10 minutes. Alright. Shit, let's do this. And don't forget to click that subscribe button down there. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere down there. Give it a boop. Yeah. Click the subscribe button. Stick around for someone real. Become a squirrely neighbor. And join the neighborhood. Please help me be able to live stream. Click the subscribe button so that I could get there. I'm not as worried about getting monetized as I am about calming my brain and my stress. Though getting monetized would be nice. And I'm sure I don't get enough views to even make anything, even if I did. But, yeah, help with the peanuts would help. But every time I mention it, I'm just embarrassing myself more. Coming from the perspective of the victimized victim. If Eve really was being hurt like that. I think the world should know, or if any of the kids were. I am on their side above anyone else's. And in no way does any of it excuse the actions of the adults. Even Kevin. Kevin sent him to that boot camp, right? So what other methods did he use? He was there with the whole beanbag situation. Kevin knew something. Did he know about the bedwetting too? Yeah. Well, you know what? I think he knew something. Happy birthday, Eve. Sweetie, honey, if you are being hurt in more ways than one, it's almost like Ruby be getting help for her finally, but from behind bars. But even that should not lighten her sentence or excuse her actions in no way, shape, or form. Not by no means. Nope. If someone deserves to be on that list, we have a right to know. Just as my monster is on that list. So if the one who hurt me all those years is on that list, if somebody's hurting those children, you don't fuck with children.